Just take a walk right across the road. You can see where rainwater came down and completely washed out the shoulder. One woman was in her top floor apartment when her building started to shake from the earthquake. That you're 23 times more likely to get in a car accident when you're texting behind the wheel. Two Elmira men were throwing rocks like this one off of the train trestles here in downtown Elmira overnight. The girlfriend of Governor Andrew Cuomo declined to speak with any local media outlets during her news conference. Authorities attempted to make contact with the suspects at a trailer in that park by setting up flashbangs, but that didn't work. $42 million, that's how much auditors say New York State overpaid in Medicaid to nursing homes. One of the toughest anti-bullying laws in the country. How does this compare to what we have here in New York State? The damage from Tropical Storm Lee is scattered throughout the streets of Athens. Appliances, furniture, and other items that make a house a home are all stacked up, waiting to be thrown out. The Pelchi family lost nearly everything. The basement and first floor of their home flooded.
You just want to cry. You have so many mixed emotions. This is life. This is everything I've worked for. And it's all gone in an instant.
Peggy's neighbor, Charles Miller, says the worst part of the flood damage is seeing everything you've lost.
A lot of stuff from my son when he was younger, photographs, my yearbooks, paperwork, stuff like that.
It is like a war zone almost. It's like a bomb went off. In our little town of the valley, a bomb has went off. And unfortunately, the bomb was named the Susquehanna River.
The mud that's left on these leaves here shows you just how high the floodwaters were in some portions of Athens. For the neighbors that live here, they say their community has banded together to help those who lost nearly everything in the flood.
There's been people coming with trucks and they brought coolers and water, Gatorade. Some people ordering lots of pizzas or sandwiches.
Very, very thankful that we have had the help that we've had and to be able to get what we've got done.
The neighbors in Athens say they're working together to try to rebuild their lives and their community. In Athens, Jenelle Tortorella, WETM 18 News. Texting, talking, tweeting. Many of you rely on your cell phone to stay connected. What you may not know is that when you pay your phone bill every month, you're also paying for other people to stay connected. If you take a look at your phone bill under taxes and fees, you'll find the Universal Service Charge. This pays for Lifeline Assistance, a federally backed program that provides discounted and in some cases free cell phone service to low-income customers.
I was a little surprised to hear about the charge going to federal assistance programs for cell phones. I usually look at my taxes on my cell phone bill, but you never really know what they're going for.
It empowers those that are less fortunate.
To be eligible, you need to qualify for at least one federal assistance program like Medicaid. The government then reimburses participating phone companies who give them discounted services. If you qualify, you would have up to $10 taken off your monthly bill. The government also pays back wireless companies like Assurance Wireless that provide customers with a free prepaid cell phone. In 2010, more than 800,000 New Yorkers used Lifeline assistance. In the Keystone State, 325,000 customers subscribed. Nationwide, there's more than 10 million people using the program. Like any other federal program, participants have to periodically prove their eligibility in order to continue receiving discounted service.
I wasn't thrilled about the idea at first, but if the money is going to be used to help people who truly need the help, that's one story. But if people are not going to use it properly and abuse the system, that I'm not in favor of.
And there are people that do need help. However, there are people that abuse the system. And I would be a bit concerned and upset to know that my money was going somewhere where it wasn't needed or being abused.
Americans pay $1.3 billion to fund the program each year. For more information on the Lifeline Assistance Program and the Universal Service Fund, head to our website, WETMTV.com. Reporting live in the studio, Jenelle Tortorella, WETM 18 News.
WETM 18 News reporter Jenelle Tortorella traveled to Stamford, Connecticut for an exclusive interview with Hughes' widow and daughter.
September 11th, 2001 began like any other day for the Hughes family.
The faucet on my sink wasn't working right. So Paul said to me, make sure you go to the hardware store and get washers.
Elmira native and Southside High School graduate Paul Hughes drove away from his home in Stamford, Connecticut to work as a computer systems analyst at Marsh & McLennan on the 97th floor of the North Tower at the World Trade Center. His wife Donna and their 10-year-old daughter Amanda got ready for work and for school. Then, in an instant, their lives were forever altered.
2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
We haven't heard from Daddy. We don't know where he is.
Minutes ticked by without a call from Paul.
Then we heard that the tower fell, and that's when I freaked out a little bit. You know, in my head was, crap, if he didn't get out, that he's dead.
Those minutes turned into hours.
I just remember being awake most of the night. And then finally, the next day, when we hadn't heard from anybody, there was a sense of that we need to come to some decision about things.
Those hours turned into days. Paul's body was never recovered.
I would have donated a piece from. That was kind of cool.
In time, the Hughes women began to heal.
And you think to yourself, I'm going to get through this year. And you get through the first year, and you say to yourself, oh my gosh, now it's over. I got through the first year. You can go back now. Everything can go back to normal. It's like you were in this purgatory stage. It's like, okay, now you can go back. And then you realize that the first year's gone, and it's never going to change. It's 90.
It was during such a poignant time in my life, like my whole childhood is like that, so I often wonder how it would be if it never happened.
We had lots of little mementos.
Now, 10 years later, the memories of a devoted husband, a beloved dad, remain in each of their hearts.
The ladybugs became a symbol of sort of a sign that he was watching, and it came to us. The ladybugs started coming to us when we went to Ground Zero after on the first anniversary. This was a thing that Amanda made. I love this picture.
And I was just learning basic addition or whatever. He would always try to make things way more complicated, and we would always I used to get so frustrated with him. He was trying to teach me multiplication, and I was like, I'm doing addition.
He was such a computer geek. Oh gosh, we had computer parts everywhere. Everywhere.
Today, Amanda is her father's daughter. She's headed into her junior year of college studying industrial engineering. Donna, a retired school teacher, volunteers, paints and sculpts, and mentors underprivileged youth.
I miss him every day.
While this 10-year anniversary is focused on the thousands of lives lost, it also recognizes the courage of those left behind.
Thank God I had her.
Yep. We had each other.
In Stamford, Jenelle Tortorella, WETM 18 News.